The following text is taken from an article from the Glasgow Live website, from the 1st of September 2025, written by Jonathan Blackburn and entitled A Historic Glasgow Church Threatened with Closure Amid Tower Block Plan.
A church that forms one of the last remnants the old Glasgow district of Anderstone is set to close. St. Patrick's Church was one of the few buildings that survived when the M8 punched its way through the area in the 1960s, but its survival is now threatened with closure by church bosses, with a tower block being considered on the site of the garden and church house, as reported by the Herald. Between the late 60s and early 70s, almost all of Anderston's tenements were demolished, with only a small section on Argyle Street left standing, which the Buttery now occupies. The motorway was built right over Anderstone Cross and many historic buildings were lost, including churches and the Glasgow Concert Hall, which had hosted 3 shows by the Beatles just 5 years before. The population of Anderstone fell by around 2/3 between the start of the 1950s and the 1970s, as tenements were swept away. The motorway passes just yards from the Gothic sandstone walls of St. Patrick's. The slip road forming a sweeping arm that reaches towards the church and then turns, shooting cars towards the city centre. After surviving the motorway construction, the congregation sustained despite the depopulation of the area. The Archdiocese of Glasgow last year told parishioners that the church was being considered for closure. In response, parishioners have launched a campaign to save the historic place of worship. Other churches have suffered. St. Columba's on St. Vincent Street, Glasgow's Highland Cathedral, closed in 2021 and now stands in the shadow of the fast-rising construction site of a 16-story student accommodation that will provide 321 rooms when completed, and will dwarf the historic church which served Glasgow's Gaelic community. A campaigner against the closure told the Herald, parishioners expected a genuine consultation about the future of the parish and church building. There were objections raised by concerned parishioners at every stage. Instead, we were told that the estates department and developer were looking at ideas for preserving the building when we close as a church.